welcome to a Toy Kind of Mood, episode 12. Things may look a little off today, but I'm Ron, the host with the most. Followed up on my co-partner in crime, Travis. He seems a little lost in limbo this week. He's succumbed to the void known as collecting Marvel Legends characters. How you doing, Trav?
Yeah, poor, broken, lonely. That's all. No, I'm just
Aren't we
kidding.
all, my friend? Aren't we
Yeah,
all?
no. Oh,
We are continued reoccurrence. Kevin Wish, how are you today?
Very good. How are you today, Ronnie?
Very good. And our editor in chief, captain of the ship, Robert.
What's
Today
up?
we are, yes, you are here. Today we are going to be covering the Marvel Legends episode. We did have a big press release today. We had the Marvel Legends Fan Friday. We're going to start off with a good mood. We were happy with what we saw. First thing, with the releases, I'm going to start off. I'm going to go to Robert. So what do you think today? What do you think overall thoughts?
I didn't watch the whole video, but I went back and looked at what was dropped, and for the first time I pre-ordered a bunch of figures today because that House of X, I'm preparing for a wedding and I still pre-ordered because they were so I'll work the extra like 2 shifts to get the figures because they were just, that and the Deadpool were just stunning.
Yes. Yeah, that Deadpool. That was they went into the movie Marvel line a little bit with the Deadpool. That's supposed to be like the burnt Deadpool from the last movie, where towards the end with the big explosion, the fires and whatnots. So what did you think, Kev? What did you think of the characters they had and the new figures?
I came in a little late, so I missed that Deadpool, and I also missed the Nova announcement, but I'm going to check that out. I did see the Deadpool. Travis sent me the link, but if you see behind me, I have that exact same Deadpool with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. It's the exact same mold. It's just this one's a little bit recolored, burnt. So I'm probably gonna pass on it only because it's just a different color scheme. But everything else that I saw, the House of X and what else? The MODOK, was pretty dope. I was very happy with everything they showed in the House of X. I was able to get my pre-orders in too. I
Nice.
pre-ordered Moira. Looks great. We've never had a Moira McTaggart. It's awesome to have her. MODOK is a huge major player in the Marvel universe, one of the big bads. And then they did that Jean, which is great because you could shoehorn her in with your giant size X-Men collection if you want to do a display with that, because they've already done the Cyclops on Retro Card. And they did Omega Sentinel, which I also know her as Malice from the Marauders. So I'm hoping that opens the doors for the Marvel team to do some Marauders, which would be amazing.
Yeah. So, Kev, you think the MODOK being that large and that kind of a box is going to be an issue for collectors, or do you think that doesn't matter at all with the collections? You think it's in scale?
It's tough because some people like the window box and they're going to want to display it, and because it doesn't come in a window box, people probably won't display it. I'm just buying it, seeing it's just good to have, because if you don't jump on things right away, you end up paying sometimes an arm and a leg on the secondary market. It's a crapshoot because sometimes they go for double, triple. You can't find them anymore. Sometimes they go in clearance, so you really just don't know. So I just pre-order one of everything that I like right away, and then
Nice.
I keep it in a box, keep it in storage, and then eventually I'll call upon it if I need it.
Yep. Speaking of big deals, Travis. Actually, I want to go to Rob. What's up, Rob? What you got to add to that?
Real, just 2 quick things. The Deadpool, the burnt one, that actually was done in the movie to reflect, or as a shout out to Rick Reminder's X-Force Deadpool,
Yes.
which was all the gray.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, to Kevin's note about the MODOK, don't forget Patton Oswalt's MODOK is coming out on Hulu. Supposed to be January, February 2021. It's his Robot Chicken-esque MODOK. So if you got MODOK, Kevin, that could actually jump in price because everyone's going to be wanting to mod it to Patton Oswalt.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Thinking of connections about, in theaters and movies and actors, my boy, Travis Moody, extraordinaire. What do you think about this here set?
well, I'm in a good mood for 3 reasons. Well, I'm about to move in 3 weeks, so I'll have more room for Marvel Legends. So that's a good and bad thing, but we'll stick with the good mood. More room is always better, right? So
Yep.
as you could see by my room, my new house back there. No, I'm just kidding. The Tony Stark mansion. The second of all, I'm able to get a 6-inch Marvel movie Deadpool because I didn't want to buy the 2-pack. Nothing against the other character. She's pretty cool in the movie, but since I'm cherry picking the line, I'm only picking, the studs, like pretty much like here and there. And then the third reason is crap. I had a third reason and now I can't think of it. Yeah, way to go, Trav.
Right. No worries, guy. Like I said,
yeah.
you've been in a weird kind of mood, if you want to even say that, just because you're been working so much now. We're back in Cali, and you've been deciding to dive into the new line. So that's definitely understandable.
Well, the X-Men today, the House of X was great. Oh, here it is. It just brought it up. I'm in a great mood because I was able to buy 2, get 1 free from Target. Target finally did something great for once. Immediately, I think our impulse was to order from Pulse because that's the first place. It's just they're doing the presentation, and I'm in another chat room, and someone was like, "Hey, I just got the deal is still up." So as soon as I got it, I put it in our chat, and by the time anybody got to it, I'm sorry, but it was gone. All of the figures except for Professor X, and then even then, 10 seconds later, he was gone. So some people were able to order the whole wave and get 3 figures free because there's what is it, 9 figures. So if you include MODOK, so people bought 2, got 1 free. So they end up getting 3 figures free from Target. Now Target might cancel them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Does everybody think Target is actually going to let that fly? I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to let that fly.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I was able to get Wolverine and Cyclops. Those are the 2. I think the Cyclops is the best one of the deal. Like originally when they teased it, I was big on the white Magneto and of course Wolverine, but Cyclops, the newer images blew me away. I love just the uniform. The color scheme is so dope on him.
And the action accessory is awesome.
Yeah, those are great. And then I ended up picking up the white Magneto anyway because it was free. If it does ship, if Target does follow through, I'm able to get the one I was on the fence with. Just get him anyway. So
what you got to do is you got to change the shipping on that free Magneto to $49. You know the deal, because I didn't get it. But my opinion of the Fan Friday Legends, I think it was one of the best Friday or Fan Fridays we've gotten in sense of continuity, less garbage fig shown. Yeah, they went into re-showing the ones they showed at PulseCon, the House of M figures, but they also showed them now in their packaging, and they showed the extra accessories a little bit into detail. I really like the Magneto. I really like the Wolverine too. I mean, he looked, to me, today's, I actually got a better look at him than I did during the Hascon. Because you got to remember, Hascon Pulse too, there was episode, streaming information, different brands and franchises nonstop for the 2 days. So this was just focused, and I liked it. There was one thing I didn't like, which is going to segue us a little bit into our bad mood. I didn't like that my timing on our notes was a little off. I went back and watched it again, but it was a good 20 minutes of just them fanboying into what was their top figures for the year. It was almost half the episode was just them BSing, and I was waiting for that, that iconic, before we go, have a nice new year, bastards. So I was sitting there, so almost falling asleep. I'm waiting to watch, and it's one of those things where it's just like they went from hit action. Oh man, I want to pre-order that 1 o'clock, watch the clock, everybody's hyped, to snooze fest, in my opinion. I mean, I'm a mild sports fan compared to you, Travis. I know you're a big time sports fan for the most part. What did you guys think of that? I mean, me, it was my bad mood just because it was a lull fest and it led nowhere. It was strictly for them to have fun as their last stream of the year, and it didn't do anything for me and for fans. So let's start with you, Trav. What do you think of that?
Oh, I actually liked it. I didn't see. Yeah. Who's the main guy, Kevin, in all this? The guy with the beard.
Dwight Stahl.
All right. So other than Dwight, I've never really seen much personality on any of these panels. And then this one,
he didn't have any personality now, guy. He was like, oh, whatever it is, football. I don't see snakes here.
So what's crazy is it kind of flip-flopped. The other two guys, sorry, I don't know the names, but they had a lot of personality with the draft.
What was that, Kev? What were their names?
Dan is the one in the ugly Christmas sweater, and Ryan Ting is he's the head manager of the Marvel Legends.
Great. And they are both on the episode that we're going to talk about in a second too, the 616 from Disney Plus, the Unboxed episode. But they showed a lot of personality compared to prior episodes, and it was fun to see which ones they picked. And they had a lot of crazy rules, and one of them was funny. It was like, we're not doing Target exclusive. They didn't say Target, but they said retailer, big box exclusive. And I was like, wow, they're really like, nice. They don't want to piss anybody off. And I think they're trying to win fans over. It's fan first. So they're like, hey, we know you couldn't get these. And I don't think Marvel Legends are really that hard to get from the big box retailers.
Marvel's really good with. There's that other toy line that the name that we dare not mention. That's impossible to get.
The Voldemort toys.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Cobra Island.
They came out with that Rogue and that Gambit. They're all over the place now, and that Storm 2-pack too. And then back earlier in the year, right before the Rona hit, the Red Hulk was hard to get, and they just started shipping him again. So Marvel's really good with getting their stuff out, but I think that they hit the right note where they know how popular their line is. Whereas I just don't think that with the Joe line, I don't think that they found their stride yet. And I thought they thought it was going to be a niche line and not realize, how popular.
So since we're with you, Kev, right now, was there anything you didn't like about the presser, the Fan Friday stream?
Well, I mean, I could see both your point and Travis's point. Like, I know these guys. I talk to them all the time when I go to Comic-Con, and I'm like, their passion is just something really cool. It's kind of like when I'm not on the show with you both, like watching your passion for toys. It's really fun to watch because I'm as passionate, especially for like, Marvel as they are. And I'm usually passionate for most of what you guys like as well. And it's just kind of fun watching guys kick back and just, shoot war stories and like loving their product. But I also, to Ronnie's detriment, I'll also say it did go on, it did go on a little long. It was a little wordy, and like, every, whenever Marvel does theirs, there's always like that little tease or something like that. So instead of a tease, they basically just, they gave away the farm. They told us, they're like, oh, well, we're going to give you Cannonball's legs, which I don't really, there's a lot of thoughts on how they're going to execute that, or we're going to have a character with a tail. Most people think it's going to be Tigra, from Avengers. They could reuse that mold, a furry female body. They could reuse it for like 4 or 5 different characters. Yep. And then I think it said something about like the Christmas, blah, 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 Ultron. I don't know, but I was like, that Ultron looks cool. I'll probably buy it because I just basically buy almost everything Marvel Legends. But yeah, like I would just say, like, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it as much as you did. Their top 5 and everything, and I thought it was okay. I didn't.
I mean, my biggest. You got to remember too, like I'm multitasking when I'm watching it. So when it's big toys, my attention's right there. When you start going into those dull moments, for whatever I was doing previously, I'll start to doze back off. Or I think I sent a picture in the chat. I was snuggled up on my couch with a hoodie, trying to direct one of my kids while one eye's on the TV, and I'm trying to snore off. Robert, any thoughts about anything bad about the overall press conference that you liked or didn't like, I should say?
Honestly, I gotta admit, I was at the dentist, so the reception sucks.
So you didn't like the guy's hands in your mouth while the stream was going.
Exactly.
That would be a bad move.
But I will say, what I could watch while the internet was buffering a lot there. I'm kind of with Kevin. I get both sides. Like for Fan Fest, I just want to see the figures. Like I'm with you, Ron. Like give me the figures. Y'all can do a separate episode, like we will eventually. You're like, what's your favorite figure of the year? Blah blah blah. Great, do that. Do another episode. On FanFest, I just want to see what's coming out, what I'll be having to save for, or what I won't be getting. I just condense it.
Right. Yeah, I feel that same thing. Now there is one more.
Ronnie,
bad mood section. Go ahead.
Ronnie, I just want to step in. Well, as someone who's jumping into Marvel Legends and is more on the casual side, I enjoyed it because they went over basically what they thought were the most exciting or best releases of the whole year. And it was cool when the first couple of them were like the ones I actually cherry picked. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something right here because the people creating them, their first 2 picks are like the ones I got. And then even one of the guys, was like, oh, well, I really love this Amazon exclusive, but you guys, I liked it. I don't know. It was funny because they were kind of fighting over the rules. It reminded me of us in the chat rooms, how we sometimes we set up things and stuff. So it was good to see these guys are busting their ass creating these great figures. And they like talked about how they're not always home runs. I mean, I don't know. They really got me from the beginning. They showed like a very, and I mean, we saw them in the documentary as well, but it's nice to see a humble side of creators, and so we don't always get that from some of the other lines that we watch from Hasbro. And
no, there's a lot of
the McFarlanes and all these other guys that are just everything's amazing and everything's the corporate line. These guys are admitting like, hey,
they're
sometimes
fans first. They are fans first.
Yeah,
They are.
yeah.
I mean,
So it's like I'm starting to fall. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
That's it.
You mentioned McFarlane, and he's an artist first. He's not a toy fan first. You definitely, I'll give you those points. You definitely see that these guys grew up with either the cartoons, the anime, whatever aspect of their inspiration to now as adults being able to craft these toys. We're going to touch a little bit base on it, but even the 616 video, they touched base about what inspired them. They got into this because they were fans of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
There's one more. Go ahead. Yep.
Oh, no, I was going to say, kind of what Travis said, and that I actually did catch that one part where he like, we don't know what we hit. Sometimes home runs, sometimes we hit grounders, sometimes we strike out. And immediately, like, I'm like, all right, Gamerverse, or was it Gamerverse or Avengers, whatever the Avengers figures were.
Yeah. Well, it's because the game sucks. So
and that's that's true. Like, I love the game, but I like the face. The faces did suck, but like
the sculpts were horrible.
The sculpts are horrible, but they can't help that the video game artists designed bad faces. Like I told Trav, I held that Iron Man toy in my hands, and I'm still probably gonna go back and get it because the Iron Man suit itself, like the sculpting and the paint, beautiful. Face, throw it away. But the Iron Man armor, like I just want the armor. Like that was, I'm like, I'll throw the Tony Stark head away. I don't care. But that armor, like that was a home run. But the figure itself, like the line, giant swing and a miss. Especially I didn't like the Mister Fix it. It just looks all off because the design was off from the beginning.
Yeah. Now, one more thing to touch base about before we segue on. They did mention no exclusives in their in the part that I hated, which didn't hate, but I just thought it was a waste of air time, waste of length of time. They could have went into a little something else. They did say they have exclusives coming. There's an exclusive Silver Surfer in the spring, and there's also there's a Walgreens exclusives. That and the classic Nova character. Being Walgreens exclusives, I always hear where I live that I can't ever get them. People, right, all right.
I can get them.
They say, you get them. Rob, you're able to.
I can get them, but I'm mostly an X-Men collector, so I'm glad that neither of those are X-Men characters. Plus, I have their old Silver Surfer from Walgreens. I don't really need another one, and I don't know who Nova is. So
I kind of want it. I won't lie. I kind of want it just because, like I know like what happened. Like I read the story, like what happened to Silver Surfer and how he has Mjolnir and the power cosmic and all that.
It's pretty cool.
It just looks like, it's a great storyline, and he looks badass. So. When I hold him in the hand, we'll see. That's usually the deciding factor.
Right, Trav, is that something you might pick up or try to hunt down from Walgreens or Walgreens.com? No.
No.
Yeah, me neither. Their online infrastructure is trash compared to other retailers.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Exactly.
It's true.
And when you go there, you're fighting grandmas picking up the pens, trying to pick up a bag of M&Ms on discount from Halloween last year for a goddamn figure that they say, oh, that's cool for my kid, my grandbabies. Lady, get the fuck out of the way. I'm sorry, but bleep, bleep, get out of the way. When I get pissed, I swear, I apologize. Bleep that, Fog Hornet.
Yeah.
Don't. We shouldn't swear on YouTube, Mister. No more swears. You've been the worst.
I am sorry. I will try to be more family friendly
for exclusives.
I'll remember that when I edit.
I was in a bad kind of mood.
I was in a bad mood. There you go.
So that out of the way, we're gonna move into the silly kind of mood. I really liked what they did. The segment where they mentioned the new character on the House of X, they're going into the Krakoan writing. They're literally not putting English on the text on the boxes. What do you guys think of that? I think that's awesome.
Love it.
Yep. What do you, Kev? I know you're our expertise here.
It's I mean, I don't want to share my thoughts on the the Hickman line with House of X and everything. It's I'm buying them for the figures. I'm not really a very big fan of the story. It's not my taste, but
I have side chatted and gone round and round on this one.
we
Right.
have we've side chatted this. I'm in the minority. A lot of people that I know and also my other chats and circles, they love the storyline. It's just it doesn't resonate with me. It's a little too sci-fi. It's not for me. It's just not X-Men. So
It's not. It's definitely not. It's definitely
that's my
not base
personal
X Men.
opinion. You know, a lot of people love it. They needed desperately for X-Men to be revamped. I just kind of like the old X-Men better. I know that the stories were convoluted, the continuities were nuts, the timelines were nuts. But I just like kind of like I grew up with those characters and their personalities grew on me, and now Hickman comes in and he just goes and upends the whole thing. And I read it. I read the two trades. Just I read enough of it where I saw the direction it's going in, and I'm like, nope, boop.
Yep. Travis, you diving into the House of X or what?
Well, yeah, I just actually finished the 22 issues of the X of Swords yesterday.
Okay.
So I liked it. Didn't blow. I thought the road to get there was great. I didn't think they really nailed the ending, and that's really a editorial mandated. You're with Marvel, you can't change a whole lot of stuff there. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, well,
What do you
yeah,
think?
like I
What do you think
mentioned,
about
the
the
ones I'm
packaging?
cherry.
Do
Yeah,
you
no,
think
I
that's
think
good?
I
Yeah.
think that's perfect. That it shows what I was talking about earlier. Like they're these creators are fans first. They're not just there because it's a job. It's like it's a great job, but it's their number one passion and hobby, like we saw on the episode too.
Yeah, I definitely liked how the lead designer was like almost like mocking those people that don't know. And oh, they're gonna pick it up and be like, "What is this white Marvel character? Who knows?" When mom and dad, what is this, dad? Oh, it's somebody. Unless you know, you can kind of if you're a Legends fan, you know.
It's
Otherwise, forget about it. You won't be able to read the
it's
box.
obviously Magneto, but I
So
mean, casual
being
flex.
holiday time, guys, coming. We're gonna feel in a festive kind of mood.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna touch quick synapses of what you guys think of the Disney Plus 616 Unboxed episode, where they actually go back and go into the creation of certain lines and the people behind it. What do you guys think? Let's start off with Rob.
I watched it the other night, and I thought it was great. I love seeing not just the passion that goes into it, but I love the behind the scenes. So I picked this up for Kevin, but he got one, so I'm gonna keep it.
Mhm.
The cyborg Spidey, and watching it get made was really cool. The Funko Pops was really cool. I watched the Funko movie, that was really cool. Uh,
We both got
and then, what was the photographer? What's his name?
his first name's Mitch. I forgot his last
Mitchell,
name.
Mitch who? There we go.
Yeah.
Watching him create his photography was also just like everything about it was just it's why we love action figures right there. It's why we love the action figures. It's why we, collect. It's why we have these chats. It's our passion and our love for these figures. And it's nice seeing people that create these figures have the same passion that we do.
All right, Kev. I know you have a lot of thoughts on things. What do you think of that
Six
unboxing episode?
616 was great. I didn't watch the other ones. I immediately went to that one. It's because, like, I forgot when they did announce in another Marvel Fans First Friday that they were going to be on that. Dwight and Ryan and Laura Di Lorenzo. She's the colorist. She does the painting. She was actually in that episode. She did the painting of this figure, and she actually I think she was on one of the Fan First Fridays with them, and it's just really interesting just to watch their process. And every time I go to Comic-Con and I talk to Dwight or Ryan, or I've once talked to Laura, I really like to pick their brain. And also, of course, I like to pump them and, hey, can you make this character? And I'm like, I said to Dwight once, so when are you going to make me an exclusive Jean Grey and Cyclops in the tuxedo and wedding dress? And he's like, Kevin, you're the only one that's going to buy that. I'm just like, no, I'm not.
No.
I was like, make it a Target exclusive. It'll be impossible to get. I was just like,
that'll drive sales up.
I was like, I'll find a way of getting it. I was like, don't give it to Amazon because like you could buy stuff that they they just pump them out on Amazon. But I was like, oh, give me my Jean Grey and Cyclops. It is really great just to watch their process and to like listen to like the work and the determination that goes into that. And they create this like they create art, and it's just really nice to like own these pieces. Like to me, this is like, because of the card and like the way that it's, you know, the way it's done, I'll probably keep it in the package. But like the, you know, the regular ones like that are not on that card, I usually, you know, I'll open some of them, some of them I won't. It just depends on my display.
Very nice.
But I really
So,
like.
So Travis, what do you think about that?
Well, I was gonna say this is my sad mood because they didn't mention the Marvel Universe line from Hasbro one time, and that was the one Marvel line. I mean, I had the retro Spider-Man and the one that Bobby's gonna show us. I went back and got that, and I went back and got Doctor Doom from Amazon. So, you know, I'm starting to get figures that I had as a kid, but as an adult, I only collected Marvel Universe, but they pretty much abandoned that 3 3/4 line because the Marvel Legends is just obviously, you know, on a rocket ship. Like it's just so successful, and they can make enough for everyone to get for the most part and stuff. But yeah, I mean, just these guys hit all the points I was gonna say.
So
like
you being a newbie in the world of Legends collecting, what is your number one? We're gonna go with number one fig right now. What is your number one fig that was released, whether you have it or not, in 2020? We're gonna go around the board quick so we can get some other options in there. Tell me about it. Which one's for you?
Okay, so I'm bipartisan to Wolverine. So the only Wolverine besides Marvel Universe I had was the Amazing Yamaguchi, which I picked up in Japan, which was really cool to buy a Japanese Wolverine in Japan. That was awesome. But Marvel Legends, I was amazed by the photo scan. So the Amazon exclusive, the one that they wanted to mention in their draft, but they couldn't because of the rules. That was my Hugh Jackman Wolverine with the tank top and either the bone claws or steel claws, and both faces are great. Such an amazing figure, and it's Amazon. It was really easy to get.
Awesome.
And then number 2 is Professor
We're gonna
X.
go with one.
Oh, just one because of
just
time.
One.
That's cool. All right, sounds
cool.
good.
So,
shift it over.
I like that. That was a good choice. I'm a Wolverine fan myself. Yep. Rob, what did you number one pick for 2020?
I'm gonna go with mine. Kind of piggybacking off Travis. This was really tough. It came probably down to the Logan 2-pack that Kev picked up for me. The Old Man Logan and Old Man Xavier. The figures.
That was the one I was gonna mention. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny because I think Wolverine's taking it for 2020 because mine was the same thing. The scan, the look, the Old Man Logan was freaking amazing. That's my choice as well as my number one. Kev, I know you're usually the odd man out because you have more of a precise taste.
Can I cheat, or like it's got to be one individual figure?
If it's a pack, you can go with a pack because they're in one box.
It's a pack. It's a pack, and probably it's no secret because I was all about it, and I was just so nervous I wasn't going to be able to get it. It's the Hellfire Club that they had for Comic-Con. I've been wanting them for a very, very long time. I was really happy with the execution. You know, I got my diorama that I made with they're on their couch and stuff playing the piano, and it's just like every time I look at it, I smile because it's just like they're these rich, bitchy mutants, and it's just fun.
That's awesome. So in the sake of time, we're gonna go through
weekly plunder,
one figure each. What did anybody get this past couple weeks? If you want to start off with Kevin, because I know you got your stuff. Well,
oh yeah,
Travis, hold on. Going Buck. Yeah. Well, might as well pulled them up because that's almost the same figure round.
We all got them.
I got this.
Everybody but me.
We just show them at the same time. It's all good.
Go ahead. Might as well,
we're just showing them.
It's that kind of day, guy. We had football drafts, Marvel news, and awesome fig releases. It was a good mood all around, I guess.
We got our Rogues, our Gambits, our Storms, our Cyborg Spider-Mans, and you got, I'm sorry, Ronnie, what is that again? Show it to me.
Right.
You got Wolverine. Dope. All right.
Nice. Wolverine, and I actually have the Disney release, thanks to one of the guys in our chat posted it.
Nice.
Oh, nice. New model of Thanos, the gold armor from Disney, Disney.com there.
Yeah. Awesome. By the way, to piggyback on that, they're the newest thing coming out in 2 weeks is that Children of Thanos Amazon.
Yeah. I'm a big Thanos fan. I love.
You order that?
Yeah. Back with the Infinity Wars, I actually bought those comics when I was younger, and every single one. So I still have them today. It's pretty awesome.
Did you?
Hey Ronnie.
Yo.
Hey Ronnie. The hero of the week is Target.
Yeah.
Target.
Right?
Buy 2, get 1 free, and fast ass shipping. It made it within a few days.
Who would have thought?
There you go.
Target.
Who would have thought?
And I'm gonna go throwback.
We love you, Target.
Past guest Michael. he was able to drag away an entire display stand of Marvel Legends at freaking Target. Good job, Mike. When you watch this for you. Drag that stand, kid. Put that in your house.
Bobby too.
We'll wrap up any
Bobby
overall
did that one
thoughts and
too.
any social media plugs today, guys. I'm going to start off with you, Kev. Anything you want to say? Wrap it up quick wise. Media plugs. Where can people find you? If at all, if you want to stay a ghost, feel free.
I'm a ghost of social media. You can find me on Toy Kind of Mood every now and then.
Awesome. We love having you, by the way. Robert, the editor-in-chief, the man of the hour.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Bayou City Geeks.
Awesome. And my boy, Travis Moody, the man of the
And
hour.
you can
as well.
find me laying on my bed because my back is stiff as hell, if you couldn't tell by all the shifting I've been doing the last half hour. But all right, Trav Moody.
All right,
Toy Kind of
everybody.
Mood.
I'm Ron Bertles, Ron Lecuyer. You can find me at Doom58 on most social medias. Ron Bertles at Twitter, and I also post a lot of stuff here for our links. This has been a Toy Kind of Mood coming at you. Enjoy. Later. Peace.
Hi guys.